Welcome, guys, to the gameplay of Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. Sherlock Holmes. Alright, we skipped those, that long, intro, so. The fate of the Black Peter. The fate of Black Peter. F1 for interference instructions by pressing F1. Do you like my accent?
Holmes! Holmes, will you stop that? You are utterly mad.
Okay. That's crazy. I didn't know. I was just like, wait a minute, what am I doing here? What's going on?
Stop, Holmes!
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded? You...
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate. Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Meosha sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The Medi Men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone, then.
Alright. Tapped open casebook. Baker Street, Woodland Lane. I guess this is where the crime scene is. Here's a nice house. Well, that's pretty cool. We have wardrobe. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, casual suit. And there, let's do the black suit. Beef and makeup tab. Don't want him looking crazy going out to investigate. Make sure he looks good, you know? Yeah, let's do that. Let's give him that hat. Just, I think that's good. Some makeup options and costumes we have currently equipped are not available at the moment. Please solve the case in it. Alright, fine. Some of these options aren't available, guys. So we can't even use the hat because it's locked. So we're just gonna go with option number 1. What the heck? Facial hair is locked too? Really, dude? Fine. Whatever. So, let's get out of here then. Exit. I think Mr. Holmes looks rather dashing. Wouldn't you say? C to perform talents. T is where he can look around and figure out what else is in the room. That's cool. Just still trying to figure out some of these options, guys. Alright, let's get out of here.
A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful. A map of London and the surrounding area.
Let's go to Woodland Lee. Alright, let's get out of here. I heard a lot of people saying that they have like there's like a ride he takes when he goes to every location. Like he takes it's like a long process riding in this carriage. Like right here. So profile this, that's what we gotta do. Investigate the murder of Peter Carey, inspect the crime scene at Woodland Lee. Select the suit to wear using okay. Yeah, they said this is actually one of the longest rides in the game. Okay, are we almost there yet? So I don't know if they're gonna fix these long loading options in the game, but I mean, other than that, I think it's pretty awesome. So far, so good. Join us, try it. We can play.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Okay.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
That is the crime scene in there, I'm guessing. So what I'm gonna do is probably stop it for now, guys, before I question her. Uh-oh, well, we have to talk to her right now. Do you like my accent? I think it's a good accent. It's like Sherlock Holmes accent, but not quite as well. Dude, this loading option's crazy.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
So we learn he's a drunk.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open. But I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper.
Terrible
Usually, whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing
So
out.
he's a drunk, basically. A very bad drunk.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many
I'm
friends.
sure.
He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Seems a little... Catholic rosary. Birdhouse.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Oh, am I too late? Okay, let's try it again.
You have indeed
click it
suffered a great
before-
loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Oh, cute. Pilgrimage. Yes.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam.
Hey guys, we're gonna stop it here and we're gonna come back because I have to go. I have to do something, some running to do, but next time we're gonna play a little longer. But we're gonna stop it here. We just interrogated the woman and it was been awesome. So I like this game so far. Alright, I'll see you guys next time, same place right here on Meosha Beans 1 Gaming Channel.